What's up, everybody? I'm Marlon. Welcome to the channel, Marlon's 420. This afternoon, I was listening to the audio book Old Earth to the Gates of Terra, and it centers around, excuse me, it centers around Vulcan waking up on Nocturne, and also the Shattered Legion, specifically the 10th and the Iron Hands, and Shadrak Meduson, I think it's Meduson, um, is leading the vast majority of the Iron Hands at this point, since Ferris was, by the way, spoilers, yes, since Ferris was killed on Istvan. So that's where the story sort of opens up. Vulcan waking up on Nocturne. They, he gathers a few of his sons together to him, just like two or three, I think. They go into the volcano and through a portal. And while all that's going on, Shadrak and the 10th are on a planet destroying a munitions depot that belongs to the sons of Horus. And they just wipe out every single one of the sons of Horus. Take a whole bunch of munitions and stuff with them. But what I don't get about all this is there's a group amongst the Iron Hands, and apparently the Iron Hands is already split off into a bunch of different, basically like war bands. And they each have their own individual leaders of these clans or bands or whatever you want to call them. And in those clans, they have what are called Iron Fathers, who I'm still listening to the book for the first time, but I'm making this video because this was annoying. There's these individuals called the Iron Fathers, who I'm guessing are like OGs from the original, creation of the Legion, and are Medusan. Because one of the attacks they keep making against Shadrak is that he's Terran. And that's another thing. They do keep attacking, like the Iron Fathers and several of the other leaders of the 10th, the Iron Hands, seem like they don't even want to be at war. Shadrak Meduson, seems like he's having to fucking drag the Iron Fathers and the rest into war against the sons of Horus. So, anyways, Vulcan and his boys go through the portal and come out on the other side, basically into the end of a big ass firefight in space between the 10th, the Iron Hands, and the Sons of Horus. Meduson had convinced the Iron Fathers and a bunch of the others to go along with one more attack. They hit the Sons of Horus in space, and Vulcan and his sons basically come out of the portal right at that point, seeing that. Meduson is over the moon. Here's a Primarch. He's going to back my play. We're going to war. And so he gets all the clan members, all the Iron Fathers together. And not only is that not what the Iron Fathers do, the Iron Fathers dispute that Vulcan is even Vulcan and that he's even real, even though he's right there in front of them. I mean, yes, some of them literally did see him get nuked to death. I get it. When you've been atomized to fucking nothing, it's kind of hard to believe that he's standing in front of you. And, they've had their throats cut from behind already. So I sort of get it. But he's a Primarch. I mean, they know it's him. And it turns out that's probably the case because they're being deliberately, willfully blind. At the same time, they're denying that it's Vulcan. They've unmasked this thing that they're claiming is Ferris Manus reborn. And the Iron Fathers and a bunch of the other clan leaders are bowing to this thing and like talking about this thing as like it's the leader of the Legion, and they're swearing their allegiances to it. And Shadrak Meduson's like, no, he had his head cut off. He's dead. And so they're going back and forth, back and forth. The only reason I think Vulcan even allows all this to happen is because he's got a bunch of big ass guns pointed at him and he doesn't want to hurt these people. But as soon as they start bringing Ferrus Manus into it, a brother that he loved, and reducing him down to a shrine almost like that, no. So Vulcan winds up destroying the thing, and all that was left was one of Ferrus Manus's silver arms, and he shattered the shit out of that fucking thing. And that was it. I mean, it was literally a statue of bones and clothes and his arm that they were calling Ferrus Manus, and they were about to kill Shadrak Meduson if he didn't relinquish his title as war leader to this Ferrus thing. And the whole time, Shadrak Meduson is dragging the tent along with him. Anyways, I just don't get it. I know that Major Kill has done a video about this sort of before, and about how fucked up the Iron Fathers were and how it messed up the Iron Hands all the way into 40K. And I think I watched most of that video. I don't remember if I watched it all. But anyways, I think if I remember it, he vastly understated how fucking annoying these Iron Fathers are and how much damage they are doing. And I'm only about, I think, maybe halfway through the audiobook. And I was just, one of these chapters was just so frustrating to me. I wanted to get on here and ask y'all, like, if any of y'all remember that book or the Iron Fathers in general and the Shattered Legions. And I don't remember them being this bad in the Shattered Legions, but maybe it was. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know if you had as hard of time with the Iron Fathers as I'm having. I'll be getting a new camera and some new equipment in here on Friday, so I don't know if I'll be releasing any more videos until then. We'll see. But I appreciate everybody watching the vids, commenting. Be sure to sub, like, comment. Let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll be back soon. Thanks, everyone. Marlon out.